So I've revealed myself, and it's causing a big controversy. A lot of people found my page and they look at me and they think, okay, this guy's like a holistic, mystic, hippie, intuitive, and it's just not how I am. I'm a mathematician. I'm an evidence-based thinker, and my models are what Andrew Huberman is doing in neuroscience, what Paul Saladino is doing in diet. This is what I'm doing to expose toxic chemicals in consumer products. So, on a hierarchy of evidence, I like clinical trials the most. Observational studies are good. Just plain logic is okay, but at the very bottom would be anecdotal evidence. Just because it worked for you, you took X and you healed, doesn't mean you healed because of X. And also the placebo is a very powerful thing. So it's become aware that there's a lot of people who don't trust studies. And I'm not here to convince you, but I've learned a lot this week. People don't trust studies because they think the outcomes are controlled by the big interests. If that was true, there wouldn't be overwhelming evidence that cigarettes cause cancer and that artificial dyes and fragrances disrupt your hormones. So it's not true that the results are controlled. People say that they're all only paid for by the large interests. That's also not true because at the university level, PhD level, and independent researchers, there's all kinds of people funding studies. And even if it was true, I just don't see why it matters. If you take a group of 40 people, separate them into two, give one of them groups one treatment and one of the groups the other treatment, and the results come back. Why does it matter who paid for it? To me, it doesn't matter at all. And then the third thing is people are saying studies are only funded for things that are commercially viable. Therefore, all this holistic medicine is never tested. And that's also just not true. If you look, there's studies on all kinds of random things that aren't commercially viable, like breast milk and urine. There are studies on these things. A lot of the studies on these things just came back there's no evidence. But even if that was true, I also think it doesn't matter because they can sell you anything. It's actually, anything is commercially viable. So that's a little bit of my heuristic mental model, but my last thing, the fourth thing is, if you can't use science studies as evidence, what is a better way that's more scalable that people can use, that's step-by-step, to come to their own conclusions and develop their own ideas? What do you think? Comment down below, and aloha.